Okay, we're back after the brief break for Skype's bullshit 4-hour limit to phone calls. Okay, so the undead gent went screaming and running up the stairs. You guys had your attacks of opportunity. Then it is Beradin. Are you going to continue? Actually, give me 1 second. I just want to quickly check something. I don't know whether or not turning undead is. Oh fuck. Turning undead is something that requires concentration or not. If so, then your silence spell will come to an end. Give me 2 moments here. I'm just going to check that. Nope, it's not a concentration thing whatsoever. If it fails its saving throw, it is turned for turn for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. So it starts screaming and running away until it gets tagged by Diero, and it stays right there. He then spins towards you, Diero. But he's already used the dash action, so he can't use any further actions this round. Okay, so then it is top of the round again. Malark, what are you doing?
I will move in to take out the closest little red dot there.
The cultist? So
Yeah,
they're still kind of chanting out. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
feel like it could be more useful doing this.
Okay.
18.
18 is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 damage.
You collapse the back of the head in, and it falls down. And you see as he hits the ground, his head turns to the side. That is the person you were pursuing last night.
Ah.
Now, you still have plenty of move left. You want to saunter on over to the other guy and do your...
Can I make my kick attack? Like move, attack, move, attack?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I'll move over and attempt to kick this guy.
Okay.
Whoa. Not throw that on the floor. Oh, that is a 20. No, is this +5 as well, right?
Yes, it is.
23 then.
That definitely hits. And go ahead.
But it is only 5 damage.
5 damage, so it staggers him back. He's not quite down. Okay, and this is all happening in an eerie silence as well, too.
Right.
Right, because of the spell. Okay, so that's it for you. You still have probably some movement left if you'd like, because you've got 40 movement per round. And this is only a 30 by 30.
I have 50.
It's 50, shit. Okay, so you've got, yeah. If you choose to reposition yourself and not be...
Yeah, I will back away from him.
Okay.
Back towards the... yeah, back that way.
Okay.
It's good, yeah.
Then it is Diero. What are you doing?
Diero is going to... am I standing right next to W?
Yep.
Okay then, looks like I'm going to attack him twice.
Okay, give him shit.
Here we go, kablam, and that is 12 plus 5 is 17.
17 is just shy, unfortunately.
Oh, right, I'll use my last command.
Yeah! Wait, didn't you use it last round?
I have one left, I thought.
I thought you used the last one last round.
I thought I didn't.
That's okay, that's fine, go ahead.
Whatever. A plus 8, so I hit, and then that is going to be 8d8 damage, plus 3 is 5. Boom, eat it.
5, okay. So wham, he's hit again. There are cracks and dents and stuff like that in his armor, and in particular, a giant scorched hole left by that radiant strike that Beradin left. However, your other attack...
is a whopping 7, and that's...
hits, and it's just like whacking a chunk of wrought iron. Okay, Beradin, what are you doing?
You know what? I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, okay, well, you got a bonus action to try and hit him with the spiritual weapon as well.
Oh, we're still going with that?
Yeah, that lasts for 10 rounds.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, sure, why not?
Okay. So it's plus 6 to hit with it.
16.
16. Did you roll 16, or is that with the +6?
No, I rolled 16.
Holy shit. So once again, another 22. Wham! It tears through his armor. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d8 plus 4.
7, 4, 11.
It staggers back again. Another giant scored hole through his armor as that spinning hammer of light carves through it, sending flaring sparks of radiant energy out as it hits. Now for your action, guiding bolt. Is that what you said?
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna spend my my inspiration on this.
Okay. It is +6 to hit.
Oh, I do just love inspiration. I forgot.
Yeah.
Rolled a 12.
12 is +6 is an 18. That is good enough. Go ahead and roll damage. 4d6 radiant damage.
10. 18.
18. So once again, you, in the very direst of need, you call on Berendar's name, and you try to cast a spell that will bring everyone else's weapons to bear on him. This flare of brilliant white light comes out from the end of your hammer. It seems to be like a stylized, over-large version of your hammer that hits this thing square in the chest, propels it back against the wall, and then light pours out from inside the thing. And what clatters to the ground is an empty armor.
God dang it.
Okay. Now,
Obi-Wan.
bad guys. The last cultist kind of looks around, draws his sword out, and then says something to you guys. But it can't be heard because of the silence spell. So, top of the round, Malark, what are you doing?
Breaking this guy's bones.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That is a 24.
24 is definitely a hit. Go ahead
And that is 10 damage.
Yeah. So, what does it look like? You kill this guy?
I was just swinging right at his midsection with the Tetsubo.
Okay. So he has said something with his that longsword drawn, and then
Probably broke his spine.
when he collapses down again, eerily silently. So at that moment, you what do you call it? So you guys out of the corner of your eye, or if you guys are looking at that corpse that was tied up, the trembling stops. Now, Beradin, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure.
Resident Evil. Here we go.
I rolled a 10.
Your wisdom is a +4, and are you trained in perception? Nope. So 14 is good enough. So as you can see from that painting I showed you before, most of this thing's armor is that rusted, dull gray armor. But in and amongst that armor, you can see there is a glint of kind of a bright and almost shiny kind of steel. And when you go over and kind of, poke at it with your toe, your booted toe, you see it, you found in, I guess, what was its hilt, or in its belt, rather, was the dagger, the miracle blade you were looking for.
Ooh. I'll pick it up and put it amongst my things.
Okay. Now, you guys have a moment to assess around here, and what you see is there, like I said, there are all this, the marking on the ground, but otherwise there appears to be nothing but silence. And with the casting of Guiding Bolt by Beradin and the absolute annihilation of that Dark Warrior, it seems like the temperature in the cellar has gone up by like 7 degrees Celsius for those who are listening in the States. So, what are you guys going to do?
I am searching these fallen monks, starting with the one who eluded me the other day.
Okay.
Or yes.
You guys take your sweet time kind of doing this. You find that on them is not much, but hidden elsewhere within the building is a small, like a satchel of folios and scrolls and one tome that all seem to be religious texts relating to Cyric. Beradin, can you make a religion check for me, please?
Sure.
Priest
Roll a
should read
13.
them.
Sorry, what was that, Steve?
Is it the priest should read them?
Appreciate, yeah.
So 15 in total.
15 in total, okay. You're looking through this stuff with Malark, and what you notice is that while there is some of the materials are relatively, by relatively recent, I mean within the last century or so, texts written by the Church of Cyric. It's in a language that you don't quite understand, but you recognize the symbols and sort of the underlying divine principles. However, one of the books they've got is a very, very old book. The book itself is at least 1,000 years old, judging from the writing that's in it, and it is expressly about. At first, like to the casual observer, the skulls and so forth that are on it would seem very similar to the books that were on Cyric. This one, however, when on closer inspection, is clearly about the now dead god, Miracle. And there's a great deal of information in it about it. You can't quite make out what it is about, but you recognize that that bony face of as the the god Miracle. And actually, Jeff, when you look at this, there's a chill that runs through you. When Malark, I should say, sees it, there is a chill that sees when he sees some of these symbols, because it reminds you of something.
Maybe something I've seen in a dream.
And Beradin, as you're flipping through it and looking, you turn across one, to one of the illustrated or illuminated pages within, and it's all with a peeling and dried ochre. And what it is someone. It is the Bone Lord himself, Miracle. Standing sort of at a crossroads with heaps of corpses, and dried corpses, not fresh ones, desiccated corpses, and all around the corpses are illustrated ravens and crows that are preying on the remains that sit around him. It's a stylized version and kind of a something drawn by some foul monk or cleric at some point, but you recognize it as a stylized version of the place where you met your mother.
I'll turn to Malark and say to him, "This was my dream. This picture, it was in my dream."
That's amazing.
I'll pass the book over to Malark. I'll say to him, "Do you recognize any of this? This is starting to seem very familiar, and it's giving me a feeling that I just can't seem to shake."
Beradin, you suddenly sort of, for whatever reason, the words of your mother from the dream come back very fresh and real to you again, and you recall that she said, "They must kill death again, or it will return for us all." You kind of look over at the corpse, and you see those symbols on there. Can you make another religion check for me, please?
Sure. 16.
16. Oh, definitely. Okay, so you step forward and take a closer look at it, based on what you were looking at in the texts of Cyric and the readings of Miracle, and what's on there, you believe that what they may have been trying to do is anchor a fragment, some kind of divine fragment in this thing's body.
Huh.
Your sense is that there's nothing in there now, but using that for whatever purposes, using that blade sanctified by Miracle, using the rituals that they've carved and the rites that they've carved into this thing's corpse, and using the ancient knowledge of Miracle and the rituals and incantations developed by the cult of Cyric, they were trying to effect some sort of ritual involving snagging or entrapping a divine, a fleeting, infinitesimally small but infinitely powerful fragment of a god.
So that's what we can tell. Of course, we're trying to figure out what spell they were casting.
Say again, Steve?
Can we try to figure out what spell they were casting by looking at the book?
From what you've got so far, you would need to. You're not quite sure, but putting the blade together with you rolled a 15. Is that right, Dave?
16.
16. Okay, and then plus your intellect or intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what if you were to guess, and you're not sure you could replicate it, but what you think they were doing is trying to infuse some part of that god into this body and then kill it.
The body or the shard?
It was a corpse as it was, but more likely there was a ritual to sort of possibly eliminate any trace of any remnant that may be of that dead god. Gods don't die like mortals.
Right, one of these three gods, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Whatever that ritual was intended to do, though, it was unsuccessful.
What were their names again, Kevin?
The three gods?
Yeah.
Bane was the god of tyranny. He has returned.
He's already back.
Baal, who is the god of murder, who in that dream that you had, you saw the stained glass reappear.
Right.
And the third is Miracle. You have not seen that in your dreams, but he was the god of death. And
so they were trying to put Miracle into this body and then murder it again. That's what we're thinking.
Interesting. So we stopped.
That's what Clark is getting out of what Beradin has said and what we've witnessed.
Yes.
We stopped something big here.
Yeah, we stopped them from possibly performing a good ritual.
Yeah,
no,
really
cool. I get the feeling. I mean, the undead wouldn't have been involved in a good ritual. I get the feeling that they were trying to bring Miracle back.
No, I disagree. I think their new god is Cyric, and Cyric doesn't want to be challenged by Miracle, the god that he replaced. So they were bringing this Miracle back and killing him again in a very weakened state to keep their god Cyric in power. Like, Miracle would be a challenge to their god.
Yeah.
Like, their god absorbed the powers of Baal, Bane, and Miracle.
Also, if you killed what happened? Sorry.
What's that? I'm just saying he took on this new god took on the role of these other three. So if these three are returning, then their god would be challenged by them to reclaim their roles. So they were trying to stop the return of this Miracle.
That thought runs a chill down all of your spines. And at that, we will call it a session.
Aw, Kev.
So, for my players, guys, thanks so much again for taking the time to play. This has been a terrific I love these talkie sessions. And for everyone who is listening at home, thanks so much for listening. We will see you again in 2 weeks' time for the continuation of the Tyranny of Dragons and Tyranny of Dragons campaign and the Live from the Sword Coast webcast.
Sweet.
Okay, so I just stopped the recording.